this is going to be a little tricky topic. I just saw a post on one of the groups that I'm in, and it was a Bcba explaining how entitled an RBT felt. Now, this is an RBT that just been working for 2 months, and to make a long story short, they were complaining that they just wanted to do telehealth, train other BTs, and do admin work, and that they didn't want to go to school to become a Bcba because it was going to take too long, so they just wanted to do that work now. This is what's wrong with the field. And let me explain something. When I started in the field of ABA, a lot of the companies required you to have at least a bachelor's degree. 4 years of college you had to go through before you can even work with our learners, especially with this vulnerable population. And at the time, the going rate with my bachelor's degree, the going rate was $15 an hour. And I think the minimum wage was about 7 something. Now, entry level is just a high school diploma to work as a RBT or a BT or a ABA therapist. Now it's considered an entry level position working in the field as a BT ABA therapist, but also so are paras. If you're a para in a school, you just need to have a high school diploma, and then that's an entry level. So yes, the paras and ABA therapists, BTs, you're working with a vulnerable population, and it's considered an entry level position. And I'm not sure exactly how much paras are getting paid, but as a BT, you're probably getting paid somewhere in the teens and sometimes even in the 20s. But this is the problem. People see this as, oh, it's a good paying job, but they're not committed to the job for the learners. They're committed for the wrong reasons, which is the money. And for RBTs that just have a high school diploma and you're expecting to get paid $30-something an hour, you're not going to get that. You need to understand, when it comes to the field of ABA, there's a hierarchy of education and experience that comes with the pay that you're getting. Yeah, the pay is decent, but if you think that you're going to stay in RBT forever and eventually get paid $30-something an hour because you've been in RBT or BT for a while, that's not going to happen. You need to go back to school. You need to get educated. You need to get your master's if you decide to become a BCBA, maybe even become a BCABA and go get your bachelor's degree. My whole point is that there's a huge turnover rate in our field, and it's because people are in the field for the wrong reasons. And it's because they're chasing the money when they should be chasing the services that we're supposed to be providing. But the entitlement, it's like, you guys, you just can't expect to get paid all this money without contributing and supporting our learners, and then just jumping job to job until you find one that's getting paid higher, and you don't want to help our, it's hard to see. But that post kind of triggered me. It's like, oh my gosh, you just started working as an RBT for 2 months and you're telling them that you don't want to work directly no more, and you want to train other staff and do admin work and provide telehealth. I was just having a conversation today earlier with another BCBA, and it's just like, when you are seeking candidates, I would highly suggest seeking candidates that actually are going for their master's or have a very long history of working with our learners, because just straight up high school education and the attitude that comes with it, and because they're just chasing a amount of money that they're getting paid hourly instead of the values are just off.